Okay, hello everyone. Right, so welcome to my virtual reality fly. Now, remember, examiners will change the routes periodically. They're under no obligation to go on the same route. They are allowed to vary it, but this gives you a rough guide of what's going on. Just done a little video about the car park, so without any further delay, let's get on with it. So you come out the car park, round here to the end of the road, and then off you go. And so as you're coming up to this bit here, up there, you come up to here, and I want you to be checking left and right, making sure it's all safe, no one's crossing the road, and then out you go. All right, so simple, out into the road, checking it's safe, and off we go. Right, so I am completely lost. What's going on with this? Right there. Right, there we go. So you just drive along this road. Then you've got this roundabout. As you can see, it's 2 lanes. Make sure you are in the left-hand lane as you go through. Because there are 2 lanes, you have to make sure you maintain 2 lanes on the roundabout, okay? I do not want to see you cut across. So when you come across this thing, you want to be doing that. All right, just like if you're in this lane, you would do that. Do not cut. Stay on the outside. Okay. Out of interest, these raised curbs here, these are where pedestrians cross. It's not a pedestrian crossing, so you don't have to give way to them. But of course, if it looks like someone's going to walk into the road, then I would not run them over. Okay, so we come up to here. There you go, people waiting to cross. You can give way or not. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so as you come up to here, it's just an all roundabout. Check it's safe. When it is, out you go. So we're going to go ahead to staying on the outside and going up that lane there. Don't forget, this whole section is a 20 zone. So we're just driving along up here, just following the road. Now, they often park you on this hill here. There you go. Somebody parked there. So somewhere along here, they normally say park before that sign there. There's a blue sign. There it is. So they normally say just stop roughly where that white car is. Now, they get a hill start out of you to start with, okay, and then you don't have to worry about it. Don't forget, when they say please drive on, cater for things like this. So this bloke's coming up behind you. He's going for an overtake. Now, logically, he's only going to go into this lane to go back to the left. If you then populate that bit, he's going to be stuck out here on the right, and you'll get marked down for that. So whenever you go to pull away, make sure that person isn't blocked and has the ability to come back in. Right? You will get away with it. It's a minor on the driving test or driver fault if you pull away with a car in this lane. But if it was a normal road, I mean, this is obviously a 2-lane road, but if it was a 1-lane 2-way road, so you've got oncoming traffic, and you moved off while someone's overtaking you, you will fail your driving test. All right. So as a general guide, just wait. All right. So when they're ready, driving on. All right. Test route number 4. Here we go. So we're coming up to Queen's Roundabout, and we're going to go ahead, second exit. Which lane by default? Left. Quite right. So we come along here, left-hand lane. Now, here we are. When it's safe, notice the change of speed limit, 30 for Queen's Roundabout. We go across. Now, you can't actually see it because that lamppost is in the way. Let me move forward a bit. Up arrow. The left lane must go to the first exit. The very first up arrow must go to the second exit. We're actually going on the A3011, which is actually lanes 1 and 2. So therefore, I want you to come from there across through that hatched area. It's got a broken white line around it. You are entitled to go through there if it is safe. The reason it's there is for traffic coming around here. It fires them into the middle lane. But for you, you just drive through it. Okay? There's no point going here and then across. Just go through it. And you basically follow that lane. It says it goes to the second exit. So when safe, you go out and you stay to the left of that white line. So there it is. Oops. The thingy. Right. So it follows out. Notice this one lane becomes 1, 2, 3. So you just stay to the left of it because you want the second exit. We don't want any of those two. So you actually head off over there. Here we are. Right. So we've come around there. Oh, you can actually see where everybody else has followed. We come through here. Right, now traffic lights are green, so therefore we can go out and we stay to the left of that white line. Just staying, so we don't actually do any lane changes. Very, very easy. I find this the easiest roundabout in Farnborough, actually. Right, so you've got pedestrian crossing there. Here it is. Again, checking it's all nice and safe. But we've got two lanes merging back into one. That's what we've got there. So as you come through here, just check on your right. Make sure you know what this van's doing. As we come through here. Again, just check. Yeah, he's going to drop in behind us. Yeah. It's all about covering yourself, right? No risks. Come through here. Fire station coming up. And it also says do not queue between crossings. So if it's school time and this is going bananas with loads of kids, do not go to there. You have to be able to get to where the van is, which is why this Google van has created a nice big gap. You see, he's a clever person. So we go out and follow the road, making sure we don't enter this unless we can actually get out of it. And we go along. Okay, here we go. And up to the roundabout. So it's going to be right third exit. So as we come up to here, Ash Vale, right 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So default right-hand lane. So we get into here, that lane there. Now, do be careful. A lot of people take this lane to go right third exit. It's marked as ahead and left. So it should be 1 and 2, not right. But be mindful. Just because people shouldn't doesn't mean they won't. Right. So we come up to here. And you would go out of here, indicating right on the approach, of course. Round here, check left, make sure it's all nice and safe, and exit. If you found there was a car coming with you, remember your backup plan is to go all the way around the roundabout and then check left, indicate left, and get off. All right? Don't try and force yourself off. If it's not safe, don't get off. Simple. That's what you're being marked on. Do you drive like a driver or do you try to kill us? So we come round here. That's the exit we want because that's 1, 2, 3. And you've got to keep an eye on this lane. So we come around here, check left, indicate left, spiral off. So we check left, indicate, and away we go. Good. So now we just follow this. Down we go. Following the road. Down to this roundabout. So we're going right third exit at this roundabout. There are 2 lanes that go right. So we take the left by default. So that's the middle lane. There are 2 lanes. We take the left of the 2. So we take the middle lane. So come round here into middle lane there. Right indicator, of course, because this lane goes ahead and right. If you turn right with no indicator on, you're actually telling people you're going ahead and then cutting in front of people, and you will fail your driving test if there is a car there. So again, on the approach, checking on your right, make sure it's all nice and safe. Out we go. Following this lane, staying to the left of that, right of that, to the third exit. Right indicator on, and you're following it round. Make sure you stay in your lane. Keep an eye on these white lines. So that's 1, 2, and here we are. There. All right, so you would be driving in the left-hand lane. So now, remember, we haven't seen any change of speed limit. This is still a 30. So we come along here and we just stay in that left-hand lane there. Up to the roundabout. Zoom. Here it is. So there. Checking, making sure if you think you can get around this corner before that car or that car comes across or this one comes across, then go. Otherwise, come in slow, check, make sure it's safe. Out we go, round the corner. Notice the change in speed limits. We've gone national, so we've gone from 30 into national, so we're now 70. Round here, slip road onto 70 mile an hour road. Get your foot down, get on with it. Stay on the left. I want to be doing 70 by the end of this slip road, or at least the same speed as the traffic. So if this lot are doing 60, do 60. Zoom, down here. Now, got about a 2-minute drive, just cruising down a dual carriageway, nothing special. If you want to overtake, you can. If you don't want to, don't bother. The less things you do, the less you can do wrong, so therefore you're more likely to pass your driving test. Right, here we come, coming up to Aldershot. So here's your exit, down there. So we should be indicating left, oh blooming thing. So we should be indicating left between the 300, 200 marker. We should be down here and we're getting off there. And at the roundabout, we're going to go right, 4th exit. So as we come off there, I want you here. You can tell he's going to go left, apparently. He might come across late, but he should be there if he's going right, or there if he's going to go left or ahead. So we should be there, not down the middle. Stay on your prospective side. Stay near the white line for wherever you're going to go. And you will have been told that you are turning right at the roundabout. So therefore, you should be coming down just like the AA van has. Now we're going to go right 4. That's towards Aldershot, town centre. So we're coming into here. Notice the change in speed limit going to a 30. I'm curious to see what the van, we did come over late. Right, so we come into here. Looking to our right. Can we get out before that car? Potentially. Depends on how fast all this lot are actually moving. If in doubt, don't. Now, we were warned on that triangle there, I forgot to tell you, that you've got a cycle path here. So do be mindful of stuff that might cross you. When you're happy, out you go and start counting. So we go out 1. Right indicator on at this precise moment. Follow it round. Keep an eye on these guys. Find out. You often get people like that white car going around the outside to go to the 4th exit. So be careful of what's on your left. Come around here. So that's 1. That's 2. Round here. That's 3. We want 4. So I'm starting now to think I need that lane because that's 3 and I want to be on the left as I approach my exit. So I need to start checking on my left now. And as I come around here, I'm spiraling out wide, checking. It's all good. I think the Google van's actually heading off down there, but you never know. Right, and we get into that lane. All right, so we're following that, indicating left. You don't want to be here and then come across at the last minute. You want to be there, where he is, because that's default driving. Of course, if there are a queue of cars here, don't block the keep clear box. You would wait and move up when there's room. You might find people pulling out in front of you, but just do a sensible thing. There's nothing written in tablets of stone you have to do anything particular. And we come around here into left-hand lane. And we just follow this. Right. Traffic lights, make sure it's all safe. Remembering we went into a 30 as we got off the slip road. And we follow this down here. Right. So here we are, down here. And here's your big Vauxhall garage. So we go down here. Here's Sainsbury's. And we come right here, just staying in the left-hand lane, following it round. Okay, remember, drive on the left by default. There we go. Got the traffic lights. Make sure it's all nice and safe. So you would come down there, around there, following the road. And here, past here, up to the roundabout, where we go left first exit. So you've got to cater for this. There is a school down here as well. So you've got to be mindful of, depending on time of day, this could be full of children. And we come up here. Now we've got to be thinking about them. Can you get around that corner before he turns up? If you're happy you can, then do so. And round we go. Then it's first right. Remember, the sat-nav often is giving you double instructions, all right? So he's often saying to you, turn left and then right. You must pay attention to the second instruction. Otherwise, you're going to go left, drive past this junction and go, where are we going? And they'll say, oh, well, you're going to have to go down here, come back again, and then turn left. Not a problem if you do that, but if you make an error in here, you could fail your driving test. But we didn't even want you driving there. We want you going here. So if you pay attention, it is much, much easier. So we go along here, into here, and then turn there. That car can be a pain in the arse, this one. So you come down here. Obviously, we're in the middle of the road. You might have cars coming from here. Get your timing right so we're not interfering with them. So if that means you wait there for them to come down here and then you turn right, well, do that. Do not cut this corner. Make sure you go in there. The only time I wouldn't even cut a corner because these cars shouldn't be there because there's a double yellow line there. So you normally get a Range Rover part there. But we come round here, check it's safe, make sure no one's coming, and then come out. But always try and stay on your side of the road. Well, that's what you're demonstrating, your ability to stay on your side of the road. Now, it's a meeting situation. So we just go around here. If you can't see, go slow. Check it's safe. Always assume that there is a car driving at you. Right. We come to the end of the road. Aldershot Lido, or Lido, or however you pronounce it. I always get that wrong. Anyway, Aldershot Lido, and there's the car park. They often go in there, and they do bay parking. So they come along here, into here, and they'll get you to do forward bay parking into one of these spaces. Then you go out of the car park like this, turn left, and head off up here. They might get you to do a parallel park along here as well. Alternatively, they'll just get you to turn right. Okay, but anyway, we go out of here, probably done your maneuver, out and up there. Following the road ahead, again, another meeting situation. You might have a hearse coming at you because you've got the crematorium down there. And you just follow the road ahead all the way to the end where we turn left. Now, as we're coming into here, get back to the left-hand side, left indicator, start looking on the approach. That bush is blocking my view, so I'm not entirely sure. Now, this bit, you can stop on that if you want. This is a cycle path, so you can actually come round here and then stop at the end. It's absolutely fine, but start looking now. I can go, so why I would stop is beyond me. So even about here-ish, you can tell that you can go, so just drive round. But do be mindful, you've got parked cars there, so oncoming vehicles are going to be potentially on your side of the road, so don't go wide. Safety. Think about your route. So here we are, coming out of here, and then we drive up there. Now, the sat-nav is talking about turning right, and as you can see, the first right is at the top of the hill here. So we go up here. There it is. Right, hatched area. Got a broken white line around the outside, which means you're allowed in it. So I would come up here indicating right. I would go through there into there because it gets the back of my car out of that lane. If you stay there and turn at the last minute, you are going to be blocking this lane and then you get marked down for holding people up when you didn't need to. So slow in, run along, wait if you need to, then turn. Do also bear in mind that you've got people potentially walking across here. So again, look on your route, look for any change in speed limits, any rules or regulations, look for where pedestrians will be, and be mindful about how your actions affect others. That's what you're tested on. So we come into here, and then we turn right into here, keeping an eye on him. Now, he should wait there, but obviously he did. Right, you come around here, park cars. Out early, because I'm looking already at the top of the road and there's nothing coming at me, so out and then drive on. By all means, straddle the white line, just like Google Van Man has. So there we go, you come out and we're following the road. And you just follow the road. It's meeting situation. That's what all the shot's all about, is meeting. Now I want to highlight these bits. Speed pillows. Right. If you get the middle of your car lined up with the arrow, then you can put a wheel either side and it's lovely. All right, no issues. I do that. I line up with these things all the time. But if there is a car coming at me like that, because maybe there's a parked car there, so they're over a little bit, then I would be here and just bounce one wheel on the pillow. But then just treat it like a speed bump. So slow down, make sure it's nice and carry on. But if you can line up with a pillow, then you get the advantage of having a nice smooth drive. All right? Just a little tip for you. And we just follow this. Again, another school. Be mindful. Move over to prepare. So as we were coming up here, in this picture, we would have seen her coming down the road. So I would move near the curb to give her room so that she doesn't have to brake. Yes, it's our priority, but again, you're being marked on how you affect other people. And are you a kind and considerate driver? Right, so here, to line up with that speed pillow would put us dangerously close to there. So I would actually treat this a little bit like a speed bump, and I'd be more on the left-hand side. Up to the roundabout, mini roundabout, is coming over a crest of a hill, so it's actually quite difficult to see, and this is blocking our view. So again, coming slow, I am expecting there to be a car there. As it happens, there isn't. But, you know, hey-ho, such is life. And we go out, around here, and down there. They often say to you, find somewhere to park on the left. In fact, where that learner has. But what they've done is they've just parked in a disabled spot. So that's a very stupid place to park. So we come out, but again, look at the markings on the floor. This is marked disabled. So the exam's asked them to find somewhere to park, and they've parked in a disabled space. Brilliant. So this bloke's waiting, you see his brake light on, to allow this bloke through and then go out when you can. This red car can move into there. So when this goes, I would move down the middle. He would then move in and just find a place where we can all meet each other. And then we just follow the road down to the roundabout where we turn left. So as we're coming down here, Start looking now. Be mindful of doors opening. People have failed their driving test for getting too close to parked cars here. So you've got to be mindful. He's got room. He can move over. It's fine. So we can be out a little bit, but you want to be looking to see what's coming down here. At the moment, lots. And we come down here. Check over here. We've got a pedestrian crossing. So look on your route. Look to see what's driving at you. He stopped because he was letting those pedestrians go, and we had a car turning. But as we come up to here, see right now, I mean, I know that this Google van is actually heading off in that direction. But right now, that's blocking, so you could go. So we go around here. Why is my thingy not making a noise? Move. Thank you. Right. And then we follow him. Now all we do is we just follow this, heading off. Then you've got the mini roundabout just before the bridge. It's up there. So you follow us ahead. No left turn here. Coming up to here, start looking now. Look now, see what's coming down. This is blocking my view. I will therefore assume that there is a bike or a car or something there because I can't see it. But these guys are blocking. So if this car goes across, which he is because they're blocking, can we do that before he gets across whilst he's still being blocked? Yes, we can. So we have. There's a shield or death zone if you read my how to read traffic. And we're following the road ahead. Now we're going ahead too at the roundabout. That's left turn only up to here. Now loads of people get this bit wrong as well. Let's move up a little bit. Right, come up to here. You're checking to see what these guys are doing, but look what's written here. You need that lane, not what the Micra's doing. So you want to be going out here to there and stay on the outside. Don't go into there. Right, you might fail your driving test if you do that. Depends on how you do it. But you're checking nice and safe. Again, look on your route and check to see what people are doing around you. Out we go, staying on the outside. Following up here, checking on your left, make sure it's good. At the next roundabout, we're heading towards Farnborough. They might say follow signs to Farnborough. It's lovely that this camera has got rain on the lens. So that is actually beyond 12 o'clock. So that's right 3. So I'm thinking to myself, approach a roundabout in the right-hand lane. Now, there's only one lane, but I would be on the right, so my body language looks like I'm going right. So I'd be there. Right indicator, checking it's safe. Out we go. Onto the roundabout itself. Checking on people, make sure it's all nice and safe. 1, 2, 3 is there, so don't forget to count your exits. As we come around here, we've got keep clear boxes on the floor. So check left, make sure nobody's on the outside of you, up to here. As we come through here, pedestrian crossing, have the lights changed. What are these lot doing? I'll tell you what he's doing. He's coming out of that car park and turning right when there's a sign there that says no right turn. That's what he's doing. So we're following the road ahead, heading up here. Because remember, the instructions were follow signs for Farnborough. There's Farnborough. That is ahead. So left-hand lane by default for going ahead. And in fact, we have a confirmation arrow there. Pedestrian just about to walk across in front. We've got green light through. Now, look, when you're here, you should be casting your eyes up here. That's a left turn only lane. That's an ahead. That's an ahead. This white line here is the right-hand side of your lane. So you want to stay to the left of it. But you're going ahead, so you want to go into there. Don't worry, these guys have to take the right-hand lane anyway. So you're just going into there. Your lane breaks into 2. You just pick which one you want. But pay attention. Lots of people sail into this lane because they're not looking up the road. Then they end up here. Now that's a left turn only lane. If they then go ahead, they have just failed their driving test. If they turn left, then at least they haven't failed their driving test, but they just look an idiot. So as we come out of here, look, that's left turn only lane. This bloke looks like he's got in the wrong lane, doesn't he? Anyway. Oh, what is this thing doing? Right, so I go up here to there, following that. Something's going wrong with this thing. Right, so we come up here. Follow that. Farnborough, we were told to follow. Farnborough is ahead, second exit. That's left-hand lane by default, isn't it? Left-hand lane, no indicator. So I come up here, into there, checking it's safe. When I'm happy, out I go. Now that will take me to the outside lane. So I just go to the outside lane and follow that lane. Indicate left about now if you want to, out into left-hand lane. Notice the change in speed limit. We've gone into a 40. Now, the examiner will tell you you're turning right at the roundabout. You've got a nice long run to the roundabout. So start checking now in your mirrors. Find out what is behind you. So as we go down here, following this dual carriageway, I'm just going to go up a bit. So you're following this. You should be moving into the right-hand lane in preparation for going right third exit heading towards Farnborough. All right. So we're in the right-hand lane. You've done all your checks. Approaching the roundabout, right-hand lane. Indicating right. Round here, check on your right. There is a car coming. So can you do that before he turns up? Debatable. So I wouldn't personally. Coming up to here, we're going to go out behind him. Out we go into right-hand lane. There he goes. So you just go around the roundabout, keeping an eye on your left-hand side. Remember, be aware. You keep an eye on these guys. Have they stopped or are they trying to kill you? As you come round here, that's the second exit. Again, check on your left. Find out what's going on. Indicating left when we get to this point. Check left. Make sure. Keep an eye on this one. See what's coming down here. Into left-hand lane where he is. Out of there. Round here. Cancel your indicator into this lane. Pedestrian crossing. Make sure nobody's on that. And then we just follow the road. Now, for a while, they've been doing roadworks up here. So it sort of goes 40, 30 along this section. I mean, it could well be that this has gone 50 by now. Roadworks don't last forever, but this was a 30 and lots of people failed their driving test because they didn't pay attention. Come into here. Now it goes 60. So when you get to this road sign, that's when you accelerate. So this should be a 30 still because it's roadworks according to this photograph. So we head off down the dual carriageway. So we go up to 60 and we shoot down here. Now notice here we have dots. That's a slip road. So we don't want that. We're going ahead. So we just stay in the right-hand lane. When we get to here, you've got a road coming around on your left-hand side. And so we're there. Don't come over until you're past the double yellows. Double yellows, double whites. Okay. Now I'd come across. Try and get into the left as soon as you possibly can. That might mean that you overtake someone who's travelling slow and get in, but start being proactive in getting into the left-hand lane. Then we just drive down the dual carriageway. It's dead simple, this route. Approaching Queen's Roundabout. So I think it goes 50 around there somewhere. Up to here. Into a 30 zone, so make sure you're doing all your braking. You don't want to be braking 30 by here. And we're going left first exit at the roundabout, which of course is going to be left-hand lane. And we just follow this round. I would still check on my right, make sure, just to cover yourself, following that lane round. And then when it's safe, because you've got your traffic lights, off we go. And here we are back at the test centre. Whoosh, and we're back to the test centre, but don't relax. You're nearly at the end of your test. 30. All right, so it's 40, 30, and just there, 20. It must be the world's shortest 30 zone from there to there. Unbelievable. 20s, massive speed bumps. I recommend second gear 15 mile an hour for these because these are horrible speed bumps. Saves the car taking off because you could get marked down for taking off. But just relax, chill out, just go down here. And we just fly along here. Now we're back to that first roundabout we came to. Again, 2 lanes, so just stay on the outside, make sure it's all nice and safe, and go off here. Now, sometimes they might get you to park on the right and do a right reverse. So you park up on the right, reverse 2 car lengths, and rejoin traffic. It's nothing that you won't have practiced with me, so don't worry about it. It's a really wide road, so it's lovely. Look, I'm looking for traffic again. So as you come up here, you're just checking, make sure no one's coming at you. Go to the outside there. Lovely jubbly. No one's trying to kill us. Off here, no one's walking across that. Over here, and there we go. So yes, they have got double yellows now, but the examiners will still chuck you over there and reverse back and then get you to rejoin traffic. If there's loads of room around you and there's no one going to hit you, then carry on, do the maneuver, but you've got to demonstrate that you've looked for people. If it looks a bit dangerous, stop, let people go, and then carry on again afterwards. And then you just follow the road ahead. Then you're back to the original junction, and then just checking it's safe, indicate right. Position on the right again. I don't want people approaching on the left and then cutting across because you get marked down for positioning. When you're turning right, you position on the right. Simple. Then you come round here, into there, back down to the car park, indicate right, make sure it's all nice and safe, into there, and then into the car park. And have a look at the video about my car park. That's it. Do that. You should be laughing. Good luck.